Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me for today's edition of the Danielle Daily Show. I'm so excited to share some news with you today. I'm celebrating something. I'm also super excited because hopefully we won't have any more problems with the video going all wonky. I had I had Verizon out here yesterday and they fixed my internet connection, so hopefully my upload speeds are now much better and we won't have any issues with things going crazy, but I can't guarantee it. I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful. It looks like Julio is joining us. Thank you so much. I saw your little thumbs up and your face go across the screen. Appreciate you being here. Today we are talking about something I'm celebrating, and I have your note to self. I would love to know, if you didn't make the show yesterday, how was your Thanksgiving? Was it relaxing? Was it fun? Was it full of family drama? What's been going on with you? I missed you guys on Thursday and Friday last week. I really look forward to these chats that we have, and like I always say, what you guys add to the conversation here is so much more valuable than anything I have to say. I just love the insights that you bring as viewers, and when you type them in the comments, that means everybody gets to read them, and I just so appreciate you for being here and for participating with me. I can't wait to share my celebration with you, and actually I had one in mind when I hit live, and I just realized that I actually have 2 celebrations to share today, so very excited about that. I'll have the note to self for you guys a little bit later. Let me know how your Thanksgiving was. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Looks like Lisa has joined us and Carol is here. I know Carol's feeling under the weather, so Carol, don't feel like you have to type anything in. Just lay there, and I hope you feel better soon. I hate thinking of you sick because I know that you are such a driven person and you have so much to accomplish, so being not feeling well is definitely an inconvenience for you. Looks like David is here. He says, "Don't look now, quick, your hair is on fire." Yes, thank you. I do love these little fireside chats that we've been doing, and I love the fire jokes that have been coming in, so thank you for that. I appreciate it. So let me know if you guys celebrated Thanksgiving, how it was. I know David is in Europe, so he didn't celebrate Thanksgiving, but I ate extra food for him just so he wouldn't feel left out. So I had 3 servings of Thanksgiving dinner, just in case, one of the people I love didn't have a chance to stuff their face. So I took one for the team and made up for that. Let me know how you've been doing. David likes that. He's giving hearts to that. So yes, I definitely ate some extra for you. Who doesn't like a reason to stuff their face? And us Americans, we are extra good at that. Looks like Amanda has joined us. Thank you so much. So like I said, when I hit record, I had one celebration in mind that I was super excited to share with you guys. And as I've been talking to you, I realized that I have 2 to share today. So I will get to those in just a second. I will also have your note to self, and we'll talk a little bit about why I wrote this note to self, and I love your feedback. I really appreciate all that you guys contribute and all the comments you leave and all the private messages you send me. I love it when you send me ideas for the show. I'd love to know what more you'd love to see on the Danielle Daily Show. I'm trying to develop this into something that you just love to watch every day and that leaves you feeling inspired, or it brings you something fun, or it brings you something positive to your day. So let me know how I can do that. I am definitely open to your feedback and appreciate it very much. It looks like Tim is here. Thank you so much. And I think I just saw Candy's face go across the screen, and I'm still learning this Facebook Live thing. So some of you, your names show up as they're scrolling across my screen. I see your face and your name. And then other times I see a random face that doesn't match any of the faces down at the bottom scrolling across the screen, and I don't quite understand that. And also, sometimes you guys will be having conversations with other people saying, "Oh, this person just joined us," but I can't see them. So I don't understand entirely how all this works, but I'm not going to let that stop me from hanging out with you guys here. Candy says, "Oh, yes, I just jumped off for a moment. Cat jumped on the keyboard." That's awesome. Yes, when I had a cat, she liked to do that too, and also lay on whatever piece of paper I was trying to write on. That was a lot of fun. I'm really hoping that the video will be... Well, isn't that interesting? This is not a vote of confidence for Verizon. I was just saying that I had them out here yesterday, I had them fix my internet, and I got bumped off. So that is very interesting. If you guys were on the other feed, thank you for jumping on here. So I was just about to tell you what it is I'm celebrating today. And I have two things I'm super excited to share with you. I sincerely apologize that we got disconnected. I really hope I don't have to have Verizon back out here again, because man, that was 3 hours that technician was working on things, in addition to the 2 hours on the phone troubleshooting. So I thank you for hopping back on the broadcast with me, and I apologize for the interruption. So the first celebration is that I actually turned in the final yes for my book cover. So I said yes to the final book cover. That was a huge decision. It's one of those things that in your gut, you're going back and forth saying, oh my gosh, is this right? Do I want to make any more changes? What's going to happen once I make the final decision? I have to live with what I choose. And that was really scary, but at the same time, very exciting. I mean, this has been a project that I've been working on for over a year. The cover for the book is going to be beautiful. It's actually going to be available as an ebook to start, and then after that, it will be a print book. And the reason that I'm taking a little bit longer with the print book is because I actually would like it to be a hardback edition, and that is a little bit more complex than just your regular old paperback that many people put out. So the book itself is going to be beautiful, it's going to be inspiring, it's going to be positive, and I know you guys are going to love it. So that's my first celebration. And again, as I was saying, I'm so sorry that we got disconnected. I was just saying that Verizon was here yesterday. They spent 3 hours fixing my internet, and then I get bumped off today. So I'm a little bit worried that the problem isn't fixed, but I'm gonna cross my fingers and hope that that was just an anomaly, that we just got disconnected. And I thank you for hopping back on over here with me. So really, sincerely appreciate that. I know that's a little bit confusing. So second celebration that I realized after I'd already started broadcasting, well, last week, as you know, I didn't do the show on Thursday or Friday. Well, if I had, Friday would have been our 40th episode, but it turns out because I didn't do the show Thursday or Friday, today is our 40th episode. So I'm celebrating not only giving the final okay on my book cover, but also 40 episodes of the Danielle Daily Show. So thank you so much for joining me for that. Super exciting. I can't believe I didn't remember that. It's kind of a big deal and I didn't remember it. I'm thinking I want to do something really fun for the 50th episode, because that's a really big milestone. So if you have any ideas of what you'd like to see me do for the 50th episode, please let me know. Julio says, happy 40th. Thank you. Yes, it's very exciting. 40 episodes. And tomorrow will actually be the last one for November. So that means that I'll be celebrating having done daily episodes for 2 months straight. And that's incredible. And I'm really looking forward to continuing into December and into the new year. So please let me know anytime what you'd like to see here on the Danielle Daily, how I can do it better, what I can do to make this something that you want to bring your friends here to watch with you, so that you're feeling positive and you're feeling inspired and you're feeling good about life and the direction that you're taking your life. So today's note to self has a little bit to do with the first celebration of having said yes to the book cover. I think there's a show called Say Yes to the Dress, and I wish I had something that was really cute like that, but I said yes to the book cover. It's ready to go. I'm very excited about that. Today's note to self has a little bit to do with that, and kind of where things are at in my life right now. And it seems like this really resonated with a lot of people when I put a version of it on my page yesterday. So are you ready to write down today's note to self? And then we'll talk about it, and then I'll give it again, okay? So I'll give it once, we'll talk about why I wrote it, and then I'll give it again. All right, so here it is. If you're ready to write it down, if you miss it, I'm going to say it again before the end of the broadcast so you have time to go ahead and get pen and paper. So it says, Dear self, today you did all you could do, and that is enough. So I don't know about you, but I have a very full life. I have many, many things that require my attention. Currently, working on getting my Notes to Self book published. I'm working on actually 2 other books, but really only one actively right now. As many of you know, I've been writing a Dear Man of My Dreams book, and that is set to launch on my birthday, which is Valentine's Day. So trying to get that all put together and ready to go. Plus I have my business. I'm working with my clients. I'm looking at bringing on new clients, new coaching clients for 2017. I've got to, do my own laundry, go to the gym, I have to cook my own food, all of the things. I'm adulting completely on my own right now. And, sometimes it feels like I do my best, but it feels like I'm not necessarily getting anywhere. Like I'm constantly doing the things that need to be done, but somehow there's always more things that need to be done. And I don't know if that's something that you guys deal with as well, but there are many days when I reach the end of my day and I think, oh, there's so many more things that I wish I'd had the time or the energy to do, but I just didn't get to them. And I'm pretty good about going, well, there's always tomorrow, and really whatever didn't get done wasn't that important because I'm still breathing, and so it wasn't essential to life, and so it doesn't deserve for me to stay up and worry about it. But I do notice that I get to the end of my day a lot of times, and even if I've checked off my list, I can see that the list for the remainder of the week, there's still more things and more things, and wouldn't it be wonderful if all the things were done? But that's just really, at least in my life, that's never going to happen. There's always going to be something else. There's always going to be something that requires my attention. And, I have books, I have clients, I have my social media that I do, I have the show, I have to do my laundry, I have to cook my food, I have to take a shower and get myself dressed, and, all the things. I go grocery shopping, all of these things. And so I know sometimes it feels like there's so many things that need to be done. It doesn't mean I'm not enjoying my life. It doesn't mean I don't love what I do, but it does sometimes feel like there's so much to be done. And sometimes we wonder, did I do enough? Did I really do enough today? And what enough is different on any given day. I loved it. Yesterday I wrote something about this on my page, and one of my friends, Jeremy, commented that he only did 10% of what he could have done that day. And he had recently been ill, and he was celebrating having a recovery day. And I think that's wonderful. I think doing what you can do doesn't always look like giving 110%. I mean, think about that. Doing what you can do and letting it be enough doesn't mean giving 100% every day. If we do that, I think we burn out really quickly. So I wanted to kind of bring that up to give you guys some food for thought, see if that is something that you're struggling with. I know I'm a big overachiever, so I like to do and get things done, and I feel energized by that to a certain point until I get exhausted by it, and then I'm flat out. So as I've become older and wiser and more attuned to my own rhythms and how I work best, I've noticed that if I allow myself to do 50% of what I, quote, could do, some days that's enough. That's what I'm able to do and be productive and to actually advance myself towards my goals. Trying to do all of the things, which I know some of us, we wake up in the morning and we're like, I'm going to do all the things, and that quickly overwhelms us, and we end up doing none of the things because we're so overwhelmed by wanting to do it all. So I wanted to bring that up as something for you to think about. Doing what you can do, even if that's only half of what you did yesterday or 10% of what you did a week ago, doing what you can do is enough. So let me know if you have any thoughts about that. It looks like Ashley was able to hop on, Tim was able to rejoin us, Jim is here, and Nathan. Thank you guys. That first broadcast, it's so funny. I'm talking about how Verizon was just here fixing my internet, and then my feed gets cut. So I'm really hoping I don't have to have those guys back, especially if you saw what happened while they were here yesterday for 3 hours. Let's hope that that was just an anomaly and that it wasn't anything important. So I'm going to give you today's note to self again. Please, again, I would love to know what else you would like to see here on the Danielle Daily, what I can do to make it something that you look forward to even more, what I can do to make it something that you share with people to help them have more fun and more positivity and more inspiration in their life. The best ideas I get are from you guys, especially when you private message me something that you're grappling with and you want an outside the box perspective on it, and then I'm able to talk about it on the show. That is the best. Those are the shows that people watch the most. So my ideas, maybe not that great, but your ideas, awesome. And I love to share them with everybody else. So here is today's note to self one more time. Dear self, today you did all you could do, and that is enough. So remember, whatever you're able to do that day, even if compared to what you were able to do the day before or a week before or 10 years before or what you might be able to do tomorrow, even if that's less, if you did all you could do with the energy, time, resources that you had that day, and I don't want you to be super hard on yourself. I know it's really easy to be hard on yourself and say, you know, I should have done more. But really think about, did you do all you could do? Did you do your best? Did you put in your best effort? Not your, I almost killed myself doing this effort, but the best effort that you could give, considering all of the constraints upon you and all the people who are pulling and needing something from you. Did you do the best that you could do? Did you give what you had to give? Did you do what was possible with what you had to give? And if you did, then sleep well, knowing that you did all you could do and that was enough. All right? Anything else going on out there in the world that you guys wanted to let me know about? It sounds like everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Thank you for celebrating with me the fact that I said yes to the book cover today. That's another step. The book, my Notes to Self book, will be out next month in ebook format. It will be out in the new year in hardback. It's going to take a little bit longer for that, but the ebook will be out. And today I'm celebrating 40 episodes of the Danielle Daily Show. So I wouldn't be here without you guys. I sincerely appreciate you tuning in. I love it when you send me ideas. You guys light up my day. I can't even imagine doing this without each and every one of you, and the smiles you bring and the hearts you send across the screen and the thumbs ups and the comments that you leave and the insights that you give me. I mean, just you guys give me so much, and I really appreciate it, and I hope that I'm providing something here that is a bright spot in your day and that you really look forward to hearing that I'm going live. Make sure that you have liked the Danielle Daily Facebook page, because eventually I will be running the Danielle Daily Show from that page rather than my personal page, just so that people who are not friends with me will have the opportunity to be able to watch. And I feel like there are a lot of people out there who would love to see the show, but we're not friends, and so they don't hear about it. So I thought that would probably be a smart move. All right, guys, I love you very much. I appreciate you. I hope you wrote down today's note to self. Write me anytime. You know how to get me. Just private message me or leave a comment, even if it's after the broadcast is complete. I do look at the comments that are left in the recording. Love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow, okay? Bye. Mwah.